Here with two-time Ed Block Courage Award recipient Solomon Thomas, winning in 2019 and 2021. Solomon, first of all, getting ready for camp, you obviously have a lot of familiarity with Coach Sala, playing most of your career under him. Why was it important for you to come to New York and kind of play with him again?
Definitely, I really like the defense that he started in San Fran that we played here. I saw the improvements they were making. I saw what they were building here. I know who Salah was. I know the kind of men he wants in the building. I know what kind of culture he's creating. So I wanted to come here and be a part of that. And last year was a good year for us, and we made some improvements, we made some jumps, but you can already feel the improvements this year and where we're heading. So it's been a fun journey. I'm lucky to be back with them, happy to be back with them, and excited for the future.
Yeah, and looking at you personally, you've kind of moved all over the defensive line. How tough is that for you to kind of have to, practice being on the edge and then being in the middle of defense and just kind of being able to move around? What kind of routine do you have to get into where you're getting reps at both sides of the defensive line?
Definitely, yeah. In my career, I've bounced around. Played it end, played it inside. I've done both, and now I'm more focused on playing inside this last couple of years. But it's really I thought it's always been something that I thought valued. A strength of mine is being versatile and being able to play at both sides, both ends of the ball. So, but for me, it's just the same, like focusing on your details, like your man key, knowing your playbook, knowing who you're playing with, knowing how to play with different people in certain stages of the game. It's just important to be able to go in the flow of the game at anywhere along the line. I think that's a strength of mine and something I can bring to the team.
And now looking back as a two-time winner, obviously one of the very few that have been able to be elected by two different teams, by two different sets of teammates. What does that mean to you, knowing that what kind of impact you're trying to make in the locker room?
It means the world to me. The highest respect that I hold is for my teammates, and the respect I care about the most is from my teammates. It's guys who go through similar pains and struggles. Guys go through the same lifestyle that we have to live, and these same stresses. So for them to vote for me, for me to be chosen by them as the Ed Block Courage Award winner, like meant the world to me when I first went to 19, and to get on a new team like within 1 year of being around them in 21, meant the world to me. To have their support, their love, going through the trials and tribulations I went through, just really meant the world, and I appreciate the award. And it's you got some of the best names in the NFL along this award, so being able to be part of that fraternity, like this definitely means a lot to me.
Talk about those best names. You got five guys here. One of those guys is the new quarterback here. We've been asking everybody, what does that mean when you have so many guys that have been selected for this award? You know what it means to win this award. You know what those guys have went through to win the award. What does that mean to have so many guys like that in the locker room?
It just holds the award in a high honor. When I first won, I got a text from a mentor of mine, Harris Barton, and he won the award. And I looked on the Niners little plaque, and his name was along there. And he was a huge mentor of mine. Kind of like a father-like figure to me, like kind of in the college stages of life and going in the league. Just so to see that I was along with him, like someone who was like so close to me, really just kind of like meant the world to me. And to know I knew what kind of man he was. I knew how he represented his family, how he played this game, and how good he was on and off the field. And so I was like, if I'm on a list with him, I'm doing something right. I need to keep following guys like him. And then, like you said, guys like Aaron Rodgers, like a future Hall of Famer. And I've been getting to know Aaron this year a little bit, and just like the kind of guy he is, like how he treats all his teammates the same, and he brings all of them with him. How good of a guy he is in the locker room, but also just how he handles himself in the field. Like he's a pro's pro. Like he does everything right. He's in the weight room all the time, doing the right things. I'm just learning so much from him, and to be around him is a blessing. So to be mentioned along names like that is truly it's a high honor.
And looking back, you obviously were in the pandemic here, so we weren't able to come in to do the whole ceremony and everything. You get the award, it comes in the mail the first time around. What was that moment like for you, just kind of unboxing it, seeing the trophy for the first time? It's one of the most unique trophies in sports.
Honestly, the trophy is so cool. I mean, you get a helmet with your name on it, that silver little look. It's awesome. It's one of my favorite trophies I have in the house, and I'm happy to have them. I can't wait one day when I settle down in one place, have a little man cave, have both those trophies somewhere. It's going to be fun showing those off. So it's an awesome trophy, and I'm very thankful for it.
And be honest with us, the second time you win it, where you're like, oh God, I want it again, because obviously not a lot of players want to win this award because it's coming back from injury. But what was your emotions going through you knowing that you won it a second time?
No, honestly, it meant a lot because I'd only been in the Raiders for a short time, and to gain the respect of my teammates that quickly, meant the world to me because I gave the Raiders my all. I came in vulnerably. I came in as I know coming to a new team is not going to be easy. It's going to be hard to be myself. It's going to be hard to, establish who I am in a year and to gain my teammates' trust. And the fact that I was able to do that, just meant the world from them to let me gain their trust, and then just also just to respect each other and help each other along the way because they helped me a lot through coming back from my ACL.
And then final thing for you, obviously this award isn't just about coming back from injury. It's a lot about doing what you do in the community. Talk a little bit about what you're doing in the community. We obviously know your backstory, but can you tell our followers kind of, why you've gotten so heavily involved, and especially in mental health?
Definitely, yeah. So I try to do as much as I can in the community, like whether it's like for cancer, for people living in poverty, education, schools, like whatever I can do. I'm always trying to I understand I have this platform and I don't have it forever, and being an NFL player, can put a smile on someone's face and like let them know like, hey, someone from this level is helping me out. It means a lot. So I always try to do that. But just in general, like mental health has been a huge part of my life. I lost my sister to suicide in 2018, and we started our own foundation for suicide called the Defensive Line in 2021. And so I just go around. I try to speak a lot about mental health and advocate for mental health to let people know that it's okay not to be okay. It's okay to ask for help. That we're all going through this hard life sometimes, and we all are more common than we think. We're all struggling with certain things that we don't even know how to put in words. So I'm just really trying to be out here, be vulnerable, share my story, share my sister's story, and just let people know that hey, we're going through this together. And you can get through this. Like the dark storm that you're going through, whatever you're going through, you can push through and you can find that light. But just stay here with us. So I just try to preach my message. I try to talk to kids about it, talk to a lot of men about it to make it more normal and just humanize mental health for all of us, so we can all feel like we can get help and we can be okay and cannot be okay at the same time.
We absolutely appreciate you for taking some time. Appreciate for everything you do in the community as well. Thank you, Solomon. Have a good season.
Yes, sir. Thank you.
Thanks.
I appreciate it a lot.
No problem. All right, I'm here with 2020 Green Bay Packers Courage Award recipient Billy Turner and now current New York Jet. Billy, obviously a lot of fanfare here out in New York. Obviously, you have some ex-teammates that have joined you. Tell me how that felt that you had some of these guys join you from your Green Bay Packers days.
It's always good when you got guys that you consider family joining you at your place of work. In any profession, it makes the transition from team to team, state to state, whatever it may be, a lot easier.
And talking about that, you also have an offensive coordinator that you guys are a lot familiar with. How much has that made a big impact for you to kind of install the offense for this season and kind of get familiar with all the new pieces?
It's made it easier to help some guys that have never run this offense. It's made it easier to kind of step into that leadership role to help some of the younger guys kind of figure things out, whether it's technique or whether it's scheme-wise, So it kind of helps propel the offense forward. And when you might get into a sticky situation and guys kind of maybe start to freak out from time to time, it gives guys kind of a person and or a piece to kind of, go back on.
And looking forward to the rest of the season, and you have a couple guys even on the offensive line. Dwayne Brown, former Courage Award recipient as well. Have you guys been able to talk about that experience at all, about being selected by your teammates for that award, knowing that under offensive linemen are normally the guys that are kind of unheralded and don't get the recognition they probably deserve?
Yeah, it naturally kind of comes up in conversation just with us, kind of our role and the role of, the stereotypical offensive lineman in the NFL. Conversations come up, and the next thing you know, you're kind of talking about things, and a lot of those reasons being why people maybe, have voted for you, being, the sportsmanship or the courage to kind of step up. For my case, being able to play different positions and kind of just being moved around from place to place amongst the season in 2020 when guys go down with injury, and kind of just stepping up into that role and trying to figure out the right way to promote that to some of the younger guys.
And then going back a couple of years, when you won the Ed Block Courage Award, first talk about what it meant to you to be voted on by your teammates, but also, you were in a pandemic here. We weren't able to do something in person, so you kind of got a little bit of a surprise when your trophy came in. Tell us about that moment when you did open the package and did get to see that Ed Block trophy, one of the most unique trophies in sports.
It was cool, man. It was super dope. It was unexpected, like you said. The year 2020 was very different for not only us in the NFL world, but the entire world at that. So it was special. It was cool to kind of open that package and see the trophy, especially when you don't really get a heads up or anything, just because the least amount of contact as possible was kind of how we were operating in the NFL at that time. So it was definitely special, and it is a super dope trophy.
All right, thanks, Billy. I appreciate it, and good luck this season.
Thank you.